I get back into it, and definitely want to kind of jump off the bat and say, yeah, I totally, for some reason, I forgot that you can do fusions to get your light and your dark of your Rebirth Festival. Don't know why that slipped my mind, but with the Astromon that we got, I didn't need to summon anymore because, yeah, could have just came in here and been like, hey, we've got 4 of them, swap it out. But it is what it is. I didn't even double check though. Let's see on here. Yeah, I did another summon, so there's another 300 gems out of that. And I probably should keep going on there just to knock out some more summons with it. But she got a spread of gems, so that's not that bad. But I did pull out my Evolution 3, my dark one, that I actually have a variant of, and just got her to Evolution, or excuse me, not Evolution, but 6-starred, so we could get the Nez Pass and some other things knocked out. Oh wow, she sits at the very top, huh? That's interesting. But while I'm here, I am going to just knock out this evolution really quick. And I said I was going to look at this, so the shock value on here. So this definitely is, it's all right, especially with both on her. With her being a tank and being able to boost up her HP, it won't be bad. Skill book just lets it go up for a duration, so that doesn't help it with the percent chance on there. Only 10% at level 5 with the book too, so it's all right for the light version anyway. The dark Lucy is definitely a little bit more, I would say, more valuable. Wood Lucy for a 90% chance to sap, so this is definitely a good one to pull off on that. The attack, the attack down on here is all right for PvP. HP Siphon here, it only restores her own HP, so it's okay, but this is definitely, if I had to say anything, even with the seal ability, fire is definitely Lucy's low. I'd say the low man on the totem pole. I don't see necessarily where I would use Fire Lucy in this case. Water, again, with the attack down, has its place, so this one's a little bit more, but definitely the 90% chance to sap for wood. The shock, even on light Lucy's good. And I've seen some dark, like I said, Lucy's with PvP. Seen her in there. The exposed weakness it's all right. She definitely has her place in certain teams because this lets you do extra damage to something, and then the critical hit damage here is good with her. But yeah, because it's at 100% with that. But yeah, she's okay. I would say she's definitely an okay Astromon with what we just looked at. But let's grab. I really should just prime these so we can just knock this out back and forth all at once. Let's just grab this one. Still haven't decided if I'm necessarily going to I do want to finish out. I do want to finish all of the Astro Guide for Lucy down, for each color, or element, excuse me. But Also, what did I end up using up? I thinned out my 4-star pretty well, so I'm not hurting necessarily at this point. So if I want to go into, again, if a Primo Festival comes up and we've got the gems and I want to burn them all on that again, 100%, I'll have the room for it. But, and I made mention of this yesterday, for the rebirth, at the end of the year, we're going to have so many eggs to hatch, and we're going to go through that clan festival anyway, that it's definitely not going to be a problem. But we'll definitely build up the 4-star Astromon back really easily with that. But so there we go. That's another one bites the dust for that. And I'll just start leveling her up. Dailies actually go in here now. And once again, you know, kind of given the comparison here, when you think about it, besides the leader skill, right? As compared to a tank versus like an attacker with your light Yuki, if you can manage to get that, if you buy her in a package or whatnot, the thing with that is definitely one is you know, a tank and one is an attacker, but as the attacker, light Yuki has a higher chance to actually get her shock off, so a little bit more weight I'd put on having Yuki as a you know, in your party for the shock. You're trying to use the shock on the Astromon, but again, you kind of have to take what you can get in the game. So if you do not have light Yuki, you could definitely do the Rebirth Festival here to actually get at least somebody who has shock for both their normal attack and their active skill. Once again, it's just talking about somewhat, you know, replacements. There's always one Astromon that's better than the other, etc., for swapping in and out. And speaking of Yuki, I didn't even check why do I even have my light Yuki in this team? That's so weird. I must have just been clicking for fun. Go in. Yeah, let's just go in there. Oh, that's right. I didn't actually look. I need to double check what Astromon I needed to go. I'm just gonna catch I'm gonna catch just a slime, I think. We'll just go into the Phantom Forest for today. For the Astromon we need to capture, and I'll look at that here at the end. There we go on that. Let's get in here. Oh, right. I just remembered I need to. It's a little bit later than usual when I actually get to record this off the daily, but I'd also need to make my next super evolution, because that's what I'm going to do today. Is going to go out and farm and keep farming those light materials. That's all I need to do. Now, one thing too, I wanted to say about the super evolution materials too. That always in the top. In the top is kind of a the material they usually make you, or they suggest, this is dropped by boss monsters at the end of a level, and I've actually found it easier to get those materials by just killing the rares that pop up, because if you're going to be out there for a while anyway, there's really no. I've noticed I get more drops because of how many rares I see versus what I get off boss monsters. Now this is not something I've tested too crazy, but whenever I've needed to farm, and I guess we're just gonna go back here and look anyway, because yeah, we're only at 11 minutes, so we're good. But looking in here just to show off kind of what I'm talking about. So it's this top super stone. So when you're in here, these are usually these are always the ones they say when you click on it. It's the last boss on the extreme difficulty you can go through, and they do drop them occasionally. But like I was saying, what I've found more easier to get these is certain Astromon, because you're farming extreme. They can drop they do drop the evolution, this stone specifically. So going out there and farming on, and then again, like I farm this so much, you can see I have so many of them, but you can go out there and just farm and get past. Don't capture the rares, just auto battle past them, and it will get you the material. Because again, I have the game literally running auto. I don't want to stop and capture rares, and even when I'm doing capture festivals anymore, I try not to capture too many rares or whatnot. I actually need another fire out of that, but let's go all the way down here. I believe that you need to be summoned. That's a shame. We can catch you, right? Yes, we can. Let's grab this one. So it's just while I'm out there on the capture festivals, and even when I'm doing other things like super evolution farming, for instance, it's just easier if I want to target those kind of materials to just kill the rares and move on with it. Now, the other thing, too, with that, the only caveat with that is you do get a reward at the end of the week. When you're going through and you're noticing when you get your PvP reward, you'll also get a capture. It's a capture reward of how many rares you caught during the week. It's rares, super rares, legendaries. When capture festivals are going on, they actually count the exotics for that as well. So the higher number you catch goes to your rank in the capture festival, in the Astromon's League, the association or whatever. So you'll get higher rewards, and that's one way you can stack up your light and your dark eggs specifically. And I'll show that here really quick. Get out of here. It's over here. So I know I've showed this over, but it's the Capture League. So you'll see somebody already in the week has already caught 86 rares, 15 super rares, and 7 legendaries, right? So this is where it kind of shows up. And over here on your tab, whether you're playing on the tablet or on the emulator right here, you'll notice this shows you guys I haven't done jack diddly squat this week, and so the current reward. But when you show the reward list, usually you can hover around here. However, if you go out there and you're diligent and you're capturing and whatnot, you can get the highlight dark egg every week on here. So this is for a week, which then can build up over the year, which would be not a bad pull for this, but at least this is something. This is a chance at a light or dark Astromon. And then these are, same thing here with the other ones. So I don't care too much even about being first overall this legendary egg. I really don't, to be honest, care too much about the legendary eggs. most of the Astromon you see out of the Legendary Egg anyway you get just by doing the 10 plus summons out of the shop. And you do that enough, you'll notice that, again, the Legendary Egg really doesn't help you get what you're looking for, sadly enough. And we are almost done with Sarah's points here too. But there we go. That's everything on here. Just got still those to knock out for there. And we are just a couple days from the monthly reset anyway, guys. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's daily.